For my multimedia project, I want to focus on fostering student utilization of the scientific method. So this would be a self-paced online course with multiple modules, and it is geared towards long-term substitute teachers in the science classroom. It would provide not only information on the scientific method itself, but would give teachers the confidence needed to foster student curiosity and creativity when using the scientific method. This would be mostly geared, again, towards long-term substitute teachers in the science classroom. However, it could also be used for beginner teachers or experienced teachers that need a refresher in using the scientific method in the classroom. This would consist of 4 different modules. The first module would be on just the introduction, so it would go over what the scientific method is and also why it is important for students to learn the scientific method and to be able to use it. Module 1 technically could be found a lot of different places, but I didn't want to exclude it from this. I wanted it to be more of a one-stop shop, if you will, on the scientific method and teaching it. Module 2 is on the purpose, the problem, and the hypothesis, and it will help students narrow down their ideas based on their interests and curiosities, and also to teach them how to make a testable hypothesis. A lot of times I have found that substitute teachers struggle with this. They give students the purpose and the hypothesis and tell them what to do, and they don't really allow for the student to develop their own. So this module would help the substitute teacher to help students develop their own problems. Module 3, the materials, the experiment, and the timeline. This would show the substitute teachers how to foster the experimental setup, where to find funds to buy the materials, how to utilize the timeline, see if there's after-school programs that the kids can use if they need extra time to work on their project at school. And then Module 4, analyzing results, forming a conclusion, and communicating results, will show the substitute teacher how to help students organize their information and to make sense of that information. This instruction is needed because according to WVDE, there is roughly about 1,000 certified teaching jobs that are unfilled, and that leads to long-term substitute teachers. Among that shortage, a lot of science positions are found. So substitute teachers often struggle to incorporate authentic uses of the scientific method in the classroom. I've worked alongside many long-term substitute teachers, probably more uncertified science teachers than I have certified science teachers, and they always struggle with helping students use the scientific method and to work through the problems themselves. So this course will give these teachers the confidence needed to incorporate a very much needed skill into the science classroom. The scientific method is part of every single set of standards in West Virginia science classes, so it is important to teach it the correct way. Multimedia to be used. I think flowcharts would be very helpful to utilize in this lesson. Here is one that shows that if a hypothesis is not testable, probably should go back and identify the problem again or try to make that hypothesis to where it can be testable. And also videos that show students using the scientific method, interviewing students during that process, claymation type videos that go through the scientific method components. And these will be helpful because it allows for pictorial and auditory components to be linked together, which helps neuron synapse. It also shows substitute teachers firsthand student examples and how it is important and how it is possible that students can develop their own problems and work through an experiment on their own.